My niche that I was thinking about was I want to stick with the community that I already have. Like I work with people that at F45 that are just regular people. And so now if I just bring that into the online space, I would enjoy that because now I get to help a whole bunch more people. I don't know.
I know your way of thinking because I thought the same way. But like I said today, online coaching is 70% marketing. If you fall into a commodity, you have to have an amazing brand and beat out people. Like name a awesome coach that you look up to on social media that has a ton of followers.
Hunter McIntyre.
You were competing with Hunter McIntyre.
Oh, okay.
If you niche down, I'm just going to make an example. I help dads in their 40s lose weight. You now are expert and you're competing with far less people, and you speak directly to their bones of the pain points that they're having. If you can't think of anyone that you can relate to, can speak to, excited about helping, that has an issue that is an issue only for that demographic, then you can stay general for now, but the riches are in the niches. And so eventually you'll want to niche down. But like I said, you have some low-hanging fruit right now that will buy from you that you don't even know. And you don't necessarily need to niche down right now, although it would be extremely helpful.
So one of the things that I'm looking at kind of the brands that I have around me now, right? So Nutre, Manly, that's really it. And then the other one is kind of like just the breast cancer association that I'm with. So then would it make sense to niche down to men that feel, low confidence, low, maybe low testosterone levels or something like that? So then I can add Manly into that.
The only way I'd say to do strictly men is if it's an occupation that's like a fireman. Like I don't really know many female fire people, but like just a weird example. If you're going to do Manly, then obviously do men, but and then your whole being, you'll be less of a fitness coach and more of a functional medicine coach, which if you want to step into that world, great. Stephanie's crushing it. She's doing it, but notice she didn't really take any content today because her content is all in her and her scrubs talking about functional medicine. Not that you only have to do scrubs, you can't do fitness, but a lot of what you talk about will be that. And if you're not passionate about talking about that, that won't be your brand, but it could be a cool add-on that you have for your clients or an upgrade or a back-end offer.
So I guess I kind of stuck on who I should really focus on. Like, would niching down be like an age range?
Unless you do 40 or 50-year-olds, anything under 40, you can't use age in a niche. It just doesn't work. So some examples here, like occupations that make it harder to do said goal. Firemen, 24-hour shifts. Police officers, constantly doing details overnight, tired, don't have time. Nurses, constantly on the go, high stress. Patient to patient, doesn't have time to eat, overnight shifts. Like that makes it harder, right? Dads, sense of community, we're relating with dads. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day shit. Like dads would be like, yeah, right, have a kid and come talk to me about that, right?
My mom does that shit right now.
Yep. Whatever religion you are, if you're super faith-based, you can do that. Menopausal women is a great niche. Get men, women over 40. Danny does gut issues, diabetics. This is really what I mean by a niche. If you can't think of anything in these categories, then you can just stay general for now and try to use a mechanism maybe that you can think about, like your unique selling point or mechanism, the Renati method, to be your niche for now. Obviously, it takes some time to think about that. And that's the very first thing I have you do.
I think this question is kind of answered, but what's the best way to kind of start taking action? Now, obviously, I took step one by joining and stuff, but I guess the answer would be just show up, right?
Show up, be unrelentless, don't quit. Call this the daily 5. If you do the daily 5, you will not lose. If you don't do the daily 5 and you ask me why you're not making money, I'm going to say you're doing the daily 5. The daily 5 isn't the weekly 5. It's not the bi-weekly 5. It's not the monthly 5. It's the daily 5. You have to be fully intent to win. If you come in here already thinking, well, this doesn't work, I don't know, I'm going to make this work, my past experience wasn't so good, you can either intend to win, you can intend that you hope you win, or you can intend to prove that this is yet another thing that you failed or didn't work for you. You set that intention on day one. What do you want to intend to do? Do you want to intend to win? Do you want to intend to hope you can win, or intend to prove that this is a thing you shouldn't work and another bad decision that you made? Because the way that you make decisions, Renati, will depend on how you intend to come into the program. You take 100% responsibility for everything that goes wrong. It is your fault. Everything that goes right, it is your fault. That is the beauty and the curse of being an entrepreneur. I fucking love this because I have full dictation over my future in my life. I cannot point the finger at anyone else. Everything that happens in my business is my fault. If Amelia doesn't do her job, I didn't do good enough training.
Right.
Follow my roadmap. It's proven. If you veer and take a detour, I can't help you.
Right.
If you fall off, just get back on. You are going to have times where you do not feel motivated, where you do not want to do the thing. It is impossible to be 100% consistent. But the winners are the ones who hop back on the wagon and say, okay, that's behind me. I feel like shit right now. I want to continue because I don't want to feel like this ever again. Be resourceful. Okay, do your due diligence. Don't make me hold your hand every single step of the way. Go search on YouTube if you don't have the answer. Use all the portal information. Reach out to other people in the program to get the answers you need. Don't make me have to spoon feed you. At the end of the day, how much are you going to learn if I have to spoon feed everything?
Right.
Be honest and be the example.
How do you go about building a calendar of content? Is it like you take a couple hours a week or a month or something like that to just record different snippets, or like what is that?
So I take the weekend, I film all my weekend, all my content on the weekend for my next week. So if I was home, today's content day. I'm going to have content from Monday through Friday. Sunday, I'm going to edit all that content, whatever I didn't finish. So I film, I edit, and I save as a draft all of my content. I just hit the schedule button, Monday 9 a.m., Tuesday 9 a.m., Wednesday 9 a.m. So during the week, I have zero worry about content. It's made, already going out. I don't just have to whip something together fast in between sessions. It's already going out there. So I take my weekend or whatever days off are for you, and I do that.
So Saturday film, Sunday edit.
Yep, or you could just crank everything on Saturday. It's whatever, however your attention span works, you'll know.
I think that's really good strategy right there. Because it's like, if I spend 2 hours recording, then I can just spend the next 2 hours the next day editing. So, okay, awesome.
And you can make it fun. Like how fun was today recording that content, right? Brings people, I don't know who here lives near you, but like, hey, want to go get content today? And it just makes it more enjoyable.
I just want to be a sponge. I want to be a sponge, but I also want to take action, obviously, as that goes. And so what are some of the things that, for example, I think her name was Ashley, you said? How did she go about it in comparison to somebody that does kind of like, okay?
She's in incredible shape. She, I think, helps, believes in God, takes care of her mental health, posts consistently every day, follows directions, takes fast action. When I tell her to do something, she doesn't wait 4 days to do it. She says, cool, I'll get it done in 24 hours. I'll see you tomorrow. And I can give her the next set of things. She follows the daily 5. Track your KPIs. You were going to say, Mike, I fucking hate tracking. I'm going to say, Renati, do you want to win or do you want to lose? I want to win. Fucking track. Track your finances. Know what comes in, know what goes out. Are you spending money on dumb shit? If so, you have to match it into investments or you can't afford that dumb shit. If you go spend 20 grand on a new Toyota Camry, you got to have 20 grand to put into investments somehow, or you cannot afford a Toyota right now. Follow the course, step by step. Message at least 50 people per day. New conversations per day. Post content at least 5 days per week.
Are there times where you should post more than once a day?
Or more will never hurt you.
Okay.
But drinking from a firing hose, if I tell you to post twice a day, your head's going to explode. So once you have your feet under you, you're through the course, you learned how to sell, you got a couple clients, the pressure's off, you're consistently in a rhythm where you found the time to message 50 people a day. Okay, let's start posting twice a day now. Ashley posts, I think, 3 times a day. I'm not saying you have to do that right away, but the more shots you take, the higher chance you're going to score.
What would those 50 people that you message, and who would you message, and how would you go about finding these people to message?
You'll have a way better answer once you go through the course. That's legitimately everything I explained, but I'll answer your question here. You go to your followers, you go to your story viewers, go to people who comment on your posts, people who like your posts, etc.
What does a day look like for you?
Wake up, go to the gym. I answer messages at the gym. I post content while I'm at the gym. I come home, I eat breakfast. I am always on my phone, which is a kind of unhealthy thing. Like I'm always working at some capacity. When I'm at the gym, I'm on my phone answering messages. When I'm eating breakfast, I'm like eating and I'm answering messages, I'm scrolling, editing posts, whatever. I sit on my computer. I have meetings with clients, group calls. I take sales calls all day. At the end of the night, make sure my inbox is clear, and I go to bed. That's pretty much my day-to-day. Your day-to-day will look a little bit different than mine. So like any waking second you have will be spent sending messages, responding to messages, making sure you have slots where people can book sales calls for you. But until then, it's just messaging. Make sure your content is super prepared, ready to go out, and working now your schedule around these group calls. If we end up doing the group call package, super important, have to show up to those. Your life revolves around those group calls. Right?
It's perfect because the times flow well with the schedule
Cool.
that like classes at the studio are at. So that's perfect. Do you have any advice for me outside of what you showed me on there?
If you plan to lose, you will lose. Come in, plan to win. Say, envision yourself in 6 months, all the abundance that has come to you. Already see yourself there. Do the little tedious tasks that most people won't, and ask questions. If you don't ask questions, like there's no way for me to learn. The reason why I kind of left fitness, because I got sick and tired of having to hold people accountable. I want clients that want to do the work. I'm there for support with whatever the hell you need. I'll take a bullet for you. But if you are falling off to a degree, I am not going to come make sure you're doing the work. Ask the questions, do the work, make sure that you're every single day to the best of your ability, you're putting 110% in. Is there going to be a day where you're like, I have all this shit to do, I just really don't want to do it? Of course, there will be those days, but don't turn a day into an entire week. And that's the little tricky part with a monthly call package. If you have to meet me weekly, you are not going to come to that weekly call saying, dude, I only sent 20 messages this week. Right? If you have to meet me monthly, it sounds a lot easier for you to say week 2, I didn't really do shit, but here's 3 weeks worth of work because you still got work done. And in the grand scheme of things, 1 week off in a month doesn't feel like a lot, but a lot of shit can happen in 1 week, right? So do the work, ask questions, be proactive, join the group calls, plan for success. Did you see the books I recommended the other day?
Yes, I wrote them down.
If you have not read Think and Grow Rich, that is your homework. It'll be in the airport, probably. I'd buy it and I'd read it. It'll change your life.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm excited. I'm pumped for you, man.
Let's do this thing.
Let's do it.